Um, Hello.
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 Hi. Is your name Nikolai?
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you. And the next person is Estefina.
Hi, hello.
Am I saying that correctly? Hello.
Hello,
Is your name Estefina?
Estefania.
Estefania. Okay, very
Yes.
nice to meet you. Warren, can you tell us a little bit about yourself before class begins?
Do you mean me? Juan?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
even
Yeah, my name is Juan. I'm from Costa
one.
Rica. Yes. It's because my nickname is Juanjo Pena. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's quite confusing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that's not my real name. My real name is just Juan.
One.
And
Okay.
yes, and yeah, I'm living in Costa Rica. Um, I'm working in a company in customer service,
Mm-hmm.
and I I choose to learn English in order
Mm-hmm.
to get a better opportunity, and because I want to become an entrepreneur
Mm-hmm.
and I want to make some projects on internet, and I know that learn English is very important for it.
Very good. Very good. Well done. Very nice to meet you. Um, Nikolai, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Hello, everyone. My name is Nikolai. I'm from Russia. Right now, I live in St. Petersburg, but I'm from Siberia, Barnaul city. Uh, Last week, I moved away from Siberia to European part of Russia uh, because I get job offer to work.
Mm,
I got, sorry, past past tense. I've got. I IT specialist. I work as a system administrator. I like volleyball. I like sports at all, running and else. Uh, that's all.
very nice to meet you, Nikolai. So are you enjoying St. Petersburg
Yeah,
so
cool.
far?
Hmm?
Are you enjoying St. Petersburg so far?
Yeah,
Is it
great
very different
city.
to Siberia?
Very different.
Ah, okay, very nice. Very nice to meet you. And Estefania, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Stefania. I am from Mexico. I recently graduated in aeronautical engineer. I work in a company in automobile industry. Um, is that?
Is that it?
Yes.
Very nice to meet each and every one of you. My name is Moshe and I'm from South Africa. And I moved back to Cape Town recently. I was working in China. I was living there for a few years, not a few years, just almost 3 years. And now I'm back in Cape Town. Um, yeah. So
Where is
that's
that
me.
located?
Sorry,
Where is it located?
in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. So today we're going to be discussing job terms with the boss. Okay. So we're going to practice. Sorry. Excuse me. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning in my country, so it's quite early.
No worries.
Um,
I understand you very well.
thank you. Please excuse me. Okay, so today we're going to practice having a conversation in a job interview. Okay, practice talking about your past job experiences and review talking about job conditions and the contract. Okay, so basically, when you get a job, okay, before you actually get the job, you need an interview. So the interview process of acquiring a job is extremely important. It's how you speak, it's what you say, it's how you look, okay? Do you look professional? Are you very clean and neat and tidy, right? So all of these things, interview is extremely, extremely important. Also, past experiences is very important. Do you know anything about IT? You know, have you studied it before? Have you never studied it before? I'm quite sure if I apply for an IT job or something in engineering, they'll look at me and be like, no, no, you don't even know how to turn a computer on. Like they would be like, no, Moshe. Why? Because I have no past experience, right? Um, so your past experience, work experience plays an important role in your interview stage as well. Again, something very simple. Also, the conditions of the contract, right? What does it entail? Because that will determine if you're taking the job or not. Okay, so let's move on. One, can you read the first part, Nikolai the second, and lastly, Estefania?
Of course, job interviews are important opportunities. If you get a job, you will have to discuss the
Um,
work
um,
conditions.
Nikolai, you have to. Sorry, Nikolai has to read the second part.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I was so excited, didn't know.
I see. That's good. That's good.
If you get a job, you will have to discuss the work conditions and negotiate, then sign the contract.
Very good.
Let's review speaking about these topics.
Excellent. And the topics are job interview, opportunities, work conditions, negotiate, and
Negotiate.
contract. Okay. Um, let's just dive into it immediately. Okay, so the first word is job, right? So I want you to think, how many jobs have you had so far? Think about it. Like all your life, how many have you had?
A lot of jobs I have had.
Give me a number.
I'll give you more than 10, maybe.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so more than 10 for you. Estefania?
Uh, 4. I think this is
4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
8.
8. Okay, wow. Clearly you guys don't stick around at one job for a long time. Yeah. So,
It,
okay, each, yes?
yeah, it's because in my case, um, well, the job that I'm currently working, I have 3 years, and I'm thinking to change another one because sometimes I get bored about doing the same thing, and I
Mm,
like to challenge myself.
mm. Yes. Um, so some people decide like one said the same thing every day. Yeah, no. It's time to move on, right?
Yeah.
So let's look at the next one. And this is now, I want you all to pronounce it. So the first word is, but I want you to do it all together, okay? So 1, 2, 3, what is the first word?
Job,
Job,
Job.
Mm-hmm. And the second one?
Join.
join,
join,
Excellent. So the pronunciation of these things are quite important. Okay. Sorry, let me just close this. Okay. And the next one, can you say it all together for me, please?
job,
job,
Um,
Job.
mm-hmm,
Join.
join,
Just.
just,
mm-hmm.
job. Yes.
Yes. Job, join, just. Okay. Let's do the next one.
Job.
job,
Join.
Job,
Just.
join,
Enjoy.
just,
just, yes.
enjoy.
Excellent. Well, you guys have perfect pronunciation. Okay, so we're using the z sound, right? That's what you practice. I think it's the z sound. Not sure. Okay. So it's j. Actually, it's j. Phonics is not a big thing in my country. J. Okay. So if there's one thing that I can say, when it comes to the sounds, when you look at it and what you see, for example, is two different things. And it can be quite confusing, especially if it's not something that you have learnt, right? So when you're pronouncing this, you're going to hear something that is constant. So it's j, 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 right? So job, join, just, and enjoy. Okay, it's a very hard sound. It's not very soft on your tongue. It's quite hard when speaking. So when you say the word, you can't say it very softly and subtly to someone. Okay, so when you speak it, I found a job. I'll join the company next year. I just have to wait on something. I know I will enjoy it. Do you hear how hard the sound actually is? So it's a very hard sound. So the next one says what?
Yet.
Yet.
Yet,
Yes.
right? When do you use yet, Nikolai?
They use yet, then we want to say, for example, we mm, didn't do something before, but we would to do in future.
We will be doing it in the future.
We want.
You want to do it in the future. Okay. Yes. Um, Estefania, can you give me an example using it?
Um, I I didn't I didn't homework yet.
I didn't do my homework yet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So who can explain that sentence? What is she saying? What is Estefania saying? I didn't do my homework yet. Does it seem like she's going to do her homework? Does it seem like she's not wanting to do her homework?
Well,
One?
yeah, I guess she haven't done her homework yet, but she's planning to do it. Probably she will do the homework in some time.
Yes. So it's like Nikolai said, it's something you haven't done yet. Okay. You
Um,
haven't done the activity.
for example, have you ever been in St. Petersburg? And if someone say no, I haven't, it's more pessimistic.
Mm,
I have never been in St. Petersburg, and I will never
mm.
be,
Yes.
and not yet. I have never
There's a
been.
possibility.
Possibility, yeah, it's more optimistic.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So exactly what he just said, when you add yet, it shows someone that there's a 50% chance of you actually doing that activity, right? So I haven't done my homework yet, meaning it's not done. It might not be done today still, but my plan is to do it. Okay. And if you if you actually execute that plan, if you do what you say you're going to do, that is something different, right? Then yes, you done it. Have you done your homework yet? Yes, I did it. But there's also the other 50% that says, no, I became too busy with whatever you're doing, right? Life gets busy and you end up never visiting St. Petersburg, even though you want to, but you never do, right? So yet gives you that the room to play. Okay. Okay. So the next one says yet, and the following one says
You.
You,
you. Very good. And
Yet you young.
yep,
You
you,
young.
young.
very good. So the next one that we're busy with is the y sound. Okay. All of these words are completely different, but they have one thing in common, and that is the y sound. Okay.
I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you something
Excuse me.
about. I wanted to ask you something. Um, the word young is an adjective
Young.
or a noun. Yes.
Young can be an adjective if you are describing something.
Yeah. For example,
So
and
I could say, Estefania is extremely young. So when you describe someone, so um, if we're using, because remember adjectives are descriptive words,
yeah,
right? So it depends on the use, I think, of
yeah. That I wanted to ask you is because if there's another word that is just with th at the end.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There is the word young that is written there, and
Young.
there is another yes, and there is another word that is youth.
Joe.
With youth. I don't know if it's youth or youth is something about similar
Oh,
meaning.
youth. Yes.
Yeah, youth.
So
Yeah.
so young. Firstly, young can be, and like I said, it depends on your the way your description,
Mm,
the use of the meaning, right? So it can be, it can make reference to a noun in the sense of you telling someone about your offspring, okay? So it can be a noun, and then it can be an adjective as well, okay? So it can be both depending on what's the use of it in the sentence, because that will basically determine what part of speech it falls under, forms part of, or grammar it forms part of. Do you understand?
Yeah. And the other one is youth.
So youth, yes. And youth really merely refers to a young group of people, like that forms
Yes.
part of a particular age group, right? So with youth, it would be young kids to teenagers. Okay, so
Uh,
maybe anyone from the age of, I think, 10, not maybe 10, but maybe 11, 12, to the age of like 20 or 21. They would be regarded as youth, you know? So when you say youth, you are also referring to young people. D- does everybody understand that?
mhm.
yeah, I get in. I get in. Yeah, it's you mean that it's the condition of that people, uh, those people that are young. Their well, their condition is the youth. I don't know if may I explain correctly.
I think I understand what you're saying. So yes, with youth, with youth, it's a noun, but with young, it is either noun or adjective.
I see.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
perfect.
um, so that's what it is. Um, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's because
okay,
I wanted to clear that
to clear it up.
that yeah, clear it up.
No, no,
Good.
it's okay. It's really not a problem. I'm glad that you did. So yes, like we said, the use sometimes some word will say, oh, it's a noun, but depending on the use of the word, it might form something different in a different sentence, right? So the next one says, complete the sentences using the clues in the picture. Okay, so there are four. Number one, Nikolai, can you pick one, please?
Um, he got a new job as a police officer.
Mm-hmm. Number two, Estefania.
She just joining the soccer.
She, sorry, she just,
She just joined
yes. Mm-hmm.
a soccer team.
Soccer?
Yes.
Soccer?
Actually, it's not soccer. It's
Yes, it's tennis.
yeah.
Tennis
Very
team.
good. Very good. She just joined a tennis. She just joined a tennis team. Um, okay. Okay. Number three. One.
Yeah. My brother enjoys his new job in South Africa, maybe.
Yes. You probably would enjoy it if it is in South Africa. I would
Yes.
understand. Yes. So, um, um, remember, guys, this sound is very hard. Okay, it's j, and this sound is y.
Yes.
Okay, so y and j. Okay, your entire mouth's movement changes when you speak about these words. Okay, so it's job, join, just, enjoy. Okay,
Joy.
so Estefania, can, so when you're saying this, remember it's hard. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
she just joined. Okay, and not yeah. It's j. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of the times, sometimes the sounds are very difficult to mimic, to repeat. Okay, so I understand that. Okay, unscramble the sentences. I'm going to give everybody 1 minute, okay, to do this. Um, Nikolai, you have the first one. Did someone just join this class?
We got
Yes.
manual.
Manual.
Yeah. Sorry for being late.
It's okay. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so we are busy with unscrambling sentences. Okay. Um,
Okay.
so what was I saying? Nikolai, you can do the first one. Um,
You are the best student in our English class.
very good. Number two, Manuel.
Mm, you have completed the report yet?
You have or
No,
have you?
have you completed the report yet?
Very good. And then lastly, Estefania.
My sister is 6 years younger than me.
My sister is 6 years younger.
Younger.
So yeah. So Estefania, you getting the sounds confused. You're confusing the sounds, okay? So when you see the Y, it's yeah, younger,
Okay. Younger.
and then when you see the J, okay, it's j,
Mhm. Okay.
okay,
Younger. Mm-hmm.
jung, just. Sorry, even I'm confusing the sounds now. Okay, so it's j for like just, join, enjoy, okay, and then y for young, yet, you, okay. Okay,
Okay.
so the next vocabulary, we're gonna start with Wang. You will read the first word,
Yes.
then Estefania, Nikolai, I think it's Manuel, yes, and then Emmanuel, and then back to you one, um, Estefania and Nikolai. Okay, you may begin.
Mm-hmm.
Wang,
Yes.
what's the
Sorry.
first word?
Yeah. Employee.
Very good. Next one, Estefania.
Employer.
Mm-hmm. Next one, Nikolai.
Oh, negotiate.
Very good. Emmanuel.
Melt and suppose.
Okay, very good. And
Yeah, it's my turn.
Wang.
Yeah. Remember.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. Remember.
Yeah.
Next one.
I have a question for you. Do you uh, pronounce the R at the end because yeah,
It's just
English,
it's a sound. The
yeah,
er is
yeah, because British English they doesn't pronounce they doesn't, and
They don't.
sorry they
They
don't, yeah,
they don't pronounce it. Yeah,
yeah, but they say
er.
they for example they say remember,
Yes,
and
so e it's not na, but it's er is Okay, so it's remember. So it depends on your pronunciation, but you will never say the R because it is ER, which is always
yeah,
Okay. The same like employer, er. Um,
okay.
Estefania,
Resignation period.
very good. And lastly, Nikolai,
Flexi time.
flexi time. Excellent. So now we're going to read. The first one will be Manuel. Secondly, Estefania. Third one will be Nikolai. And lastly, it will be Juan. You may begin.
Okay. My employer is very kind and give us lots of holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
How
How
many how many employees doesn't the company have?
Mm-hmm. Nikolai.
If you get a job, you might have to negotiate with salary.
Mm-hmm. Lastly, Juan.
No milk on a sunny day.
Mm. Very good. So, okay. How many of you had to negotiate your salary? And was it easy? And have you ever done it in English?
No, no even in
No,
my
no,
tongue
understand.
language, my
Negotiate
tongue language, my tongue language is hard. I don't imagine to do it in English.
in English. Okay. So how many of you have negotiated your contract? And that's important. Negotiated your contract, not about the salary, but your contract as a whole, where they needed to add things that you wanted to do or take things out of the contract that you were just not willing to do when you do sign up for the job. And how was negotiations and what did it entail? Emmanuel. I mean, Manuel, sorry, not Emmanuel. Manuel.
I haven't negotiated any contract.
Okay. Estefania, have you negotiated a contract before? Or the terms
Yes,
of your contract? Uh-huh. Can you tell me about it?
yes.
How was the process?
Sometimes I negotiation for more salary,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't get. I deal with the employer,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't good.
Okay, so you saying the negotiations didn't go well. Did you end up taking the job?
Yes,
Okay.
I need.
Okay. You needed the job.
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Nikolai?
Mm, I never negotiate the contract in English. Um, only I have deal the only with Russian companies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, they just say what I need to do and what they will give me as a salary, how much money, and I decide for myself, uh, do I want it or not.
Mm-hmm.
If I like it, I sign the contract and go on.
Yes, right. So negotiations is important, right? Sometimes we negotiate just because we want to make the company seem, we want it to look like to the company that we're not in dire need of the job. I know I do it all the time. So whenever I have an interview, and they say, oh, they're very happy with me, right there, I always negotiate the contract. And it always works. I always get more money. So, hey, that is great. But the point is with negotiations, it is to try your luck, basically, right? That's what it is. A negotiation is to try and to get more from the company, more than what they are willing to give. Okay? To either reduce your working hours, to earn more money, to include better benefits. Okay? This is what negotiations is all about. So let's read what else can we just, sorry, speak on. Can't see all of the words. Um, So how do you find your manual? How do you find your employer to be? I know different countries speak for different work environment. Okay. So the first one says, my employer is very kind. Okay. And gives us lots of holidays, right? But how is the work environment? How do you find your work environment with your employer?
In my work environment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I work in a family business, so I like it, and it's a good environment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know everyone, and I don't have any problem with nobody.
Of course, it's family, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Estefania?
The environment in my work is really nice,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes many people is stress, having stress. So
Mm-hmm. Hello, Estefania?
She's gone.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nikolai, how's your work environment? So not only did you just move to a big city or bigger city, um, so you have a lot of adjustments at the moment, right? That you need to adjust to. So how are you finding it? Just recently moved, and also your work environment. How is it? Is it very different to how things are run in Siberia, or is it similar?
In Siberia, I worked at home or in small offices.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I work in not big companies. Most of all, offices were very small, not much people. Right now, I'm work in a bigger company. Uh, I work in open space office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it constructed it from glass and wood, and
Oh, wow.
it looks like um, cozy.
Okay. So not only does the your environment look different, it also is different. It's more cozy and more relaxed. Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
yeah.
And that sets the atmosphere for work. Yes, definitely. Um, I don't think you get any cozier than my job though, because it's from home. So it's perfect. Yes. So how your office looks, right, helps for the mood of when you get to work. Okay. The people that you work with also determine how your environment is going to be. Do you have a great employer? Do you have a horrible employer, a horrible boss? It's at the end of the day, that will either make you want to go to work or not, right? So, okay. So again, number one, Nikolai, you can read. Number two, let me just see who all are here. Um, Estefania.
mhm.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yes,
So
I
number
have problems with my internet. Sorry.
Oh, no, 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 it's okay. So number two is Stefania, number three, Juan, and number four, Manuel.
I suppose we should go home. It is quite late now.
Hmm.
I remember your birthday was yesterday. I bought you a present.
Hmm.
How long is the resignation period?
I would love to be able to work flexi time.
Very good.
Don't
Now,
sleep, make coffee.
do you do you know what? I wish I got up earlier to make coffee. I really do. But it was so cold that I was just like, I'm sorry. I refuse. I refuse to get up and go make coffee. It's so cold. But okay. I'm sorry. I know in Russia or Siberia it's like freezing, you know. It's only like 15 degrees here, which is cold for me. It's
Just
very cold.
15,
It's
30,
15.
30, 30.
I'm in South Africa, guys. We're not used to the cold, cold weather. And in the mornings it's always rather chilly. But okay. So, um, remembered, okay? E-R-E-D. D. Okay? Just please remember that. E-R-E-D, the sound is erd. So, remember, okay? Remembered.
Remembered.
Yes. Because a lot of the times when people speak, they speak very fast. So they don't complete the entire word. When they say a word, they don't pronounce the entire thing, right? So instead of someone saying remember, they say remember, remember, like it's an A at the end, right? So it's remember and remembered. Okay. Always remember your pronunciation is very important, because that will determine as well it like the word that you are saying. It will determine what you're saying, and it will determine if you're saying the correct tense. Is the word in the correct tense also? Okay, so how long is your resignation period? I know in South Africa it's a month, um, but sometimes it can be 2 weeks. How about Emmanuel? Where are you from?
From Mexico.
Mexico as well. So how long is your resignation period in Mexico?
Mm, I think 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, so it's also a month. And in Costa Rica, one.
Oh, well, I don't really know what is resignation period. Is
So
at the end of the when you are finishing a job, or
so resignation period is when you want to leave your job. So you were saying you're thinking of leaving your job because you've been there for 3 years, right? So in order
yes,
to leave your job, you have to inform the company that you want to go. Okay. So what that means is when if you want to leave a place, you are resigning, right? So to resign, you need a resignation period. How long in advance are you going to inform your boss?
well, in that case, if you are working here for 6 months, your reassignation period will be 15 days, and it will be more than that. It will be a month.
Okay.
Yes, if it's 6 months and ahead,
Hmm.
yes,
6.5 months, yes.
yes, exactly.
Okay. Yes, so I think generally in most countries it is a month. Am I speaking under correction in your country as well, Nikolai?
Hmm?
Is your resignation period a month as well?
Um, what is resignation period?
So, like I explained to Juan, when you leave your company, okay, you write a resignation letter. You're resigning. You are saying, I'm going to leave the company in December.
Ah,
I don't want to
okay,
work
okay,
for
okay,
Mac
okay.
anymore.
I've got it. We actually we have 14 days resignation period.
Oh, okay. Is that like generally?
It's generally, but sometimes uh, employer can let you leave uh, early.
Okay. So sometimes
Earlier.
employers allow you to leave earlier. Mm, okay. So that is very strange. Not strange, but very different, right? Because I know in my country it has to be a month. And
Month.
if you
Oh.
don't see to 1 month, 30 days. So if you don't see your full month, hey, sometimes there can be some problems.
Um, when I left my previous companies,
Hmm.
no, there is no company which found new employee, uh, and I think really 30 days is better for employers.
Definitely better for the employers. That is so true. Yeah. And also at the end of the day, please keep in mind that when we resign from something, when we tell someone, I don't want to do this anymore, right? It's for your growth. Okay. So what is convenient to you is to leave the company to get ready to start a new job. So some people will give them minute notice. 1 minute they say, I'm leaving the company today. Bye. You know, that's, they do it. Trust, they do it. And it's not good to give 1 minute notice. Okay. Or 24-hour notice even to say, oh, tomorrow will be my last day. I'm sorry. Wow. Really? You're just going to leave us like this, right? So you inconvenience your employer. You actually throw back in their face everything that they've done for you out of their heart, like their goodwill for the company, etc. Okay. So make sentences about your profession. Make sentences about your professional experience using the similar past. The simple past and then the present perfect used in this picture. Um, in this picture. So this picture has a resume, as you can read, right? They are probably speaking about, I don't know, I don't know, I can't see. Um, so on the resume, they're probably speaking about past experience, all the jobs that you've worked at, okay, who you are as a person, etc., etc. So whilst I was at university, I worked part-time as I have worked at a firm since I graduated from university. Okay. So what I want you to do, I'm going to give you 2 minutes, okay, to either do both or you can choose one and make a sentence. Okay. So 2 minutes, it's up to you. I'm giving you an option. Choose both, two examples, choose one example. Okay. It is up to you. 2 minutes. When I say go, I'll ask the first person to speak. Okay. So you may begin. 2 minutes. Okay. Um, we will start with Wang.
Me?
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't have a lot of creativity. Well, whilst I was at university, I worked part time as a teacher. Is
Hmm. Whilst I was at university, I worked part-time as a teacher. Okay. Hmm. Next one. Good. Manuel.
Um, I well, I have worked at my family business and I was a teenager.
I worked at a where?
Sorry, what?
Can you repeat your example, please? Sorry.
Yeah. I have worked at my family business and I was a teenager.
Oh, I. So that would be I've been working. Okay, because remember you are
Okay.
still working there.
Okay. I've
So
been working.
could you say I've worked at my family? Actually, no, I'm lying. You could say both. So I've worked at my family business since I've not firm, but since I graduated from university. Okay, you're talking about a time, or I've been working. Okay,
Okay.
both would be correct. Yeah, since you graduated from university. Nikolai.
Mm, whilst I was at university, I worked part time as a system administrator in another university.
Very good. Estefania.
Whilst I was at university, I worked part-time as a internship, internship, like
Internship.
what? How
Internship.
internship?
Hmm.
Internship. I have worked at electronic firm since I graduated from university.
Very good. So the first one, whilst I was in university, I worked part time. So an internship is not a profession, right?
Okay, it's
So you would say I worked part time. I'm sorry. Whilst I was at university, I worked part time doing my internship.
okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
because an internship is anything. An internship is for teachers, it's for doctors, it's for IT people, it's for financial people who are into finance. Okay, an internship just basically means someone from university working part-time in the field that they studied for. Okay,
Mhm.
so it can be anything. Okay, so the next one says job interview. Imagine you are interviewing someone for a job. What questions might you ask an interviewee? um, think of as many questions as you can. Remember, to ask questions about the past working history too. So I want you to think of a few questions that you will ask someone. So Emmanuel, what are two questions that is a must ask questions, frequently asked questions is a must when you are in an interview? Name two things, two questions.
Mm, how many experience you have?
How many what?
Experience.
How many experience or how many years of experience?
How many years of experience?
Very good. So how many years of experience do you have? Yes. What else?
Mm, what else?
Okay, think about it. Estefania, how about you?
Which are your strengths?
What are your strengths?
Yes, your skills. What are
Hmm.
your weaknesses?
Weaknesses, very good. So what are your strengths and skills and what are your weaknesses? Very good. Nikolai?
Um, I ask about uh, previous experience, how much time he work uh, as this kind of specialist.
Okay, so how much work experience do you have as a particular preference, like particular job reference or whatever? What else?
Yeah, I
No,
sorry.
sorry, one more question for you, Nikolai, because you have to
Mhm.
have two questions. One
Uh,
more.
mm, uh, if I interview IT specialist, I I ask him for experience about disaster recovery something.
Hmm. Okay, very good. And Wang?
Yeah, I have a tricky one that is tell me about yourself.
Okay,
Sometimes,
so tell me about
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. When sometimes I remember when I have been in an interview. Uh, the interviewer tell me, uh, ask me, sorry, tell me about yourself, and I started to tell me something very personal, and I realized that it's something that you don't have to say. Uh, you have to say something uh, that it has to be convenient for the company. So
Yes, something
just
relatable to the
relatable,
to the company. Yeah.
yeah, skills. What can you do for the company? They're expecting that kind of answer
Yes,
from
that's correct.
the person. Yes.
Yes, so that is correct. A lot of your questions is extremely relevant. So, um, how much work experience do you have? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Tell me about yourself. And how long have you been a specialist, or how long have you been this? If it says that you're a teacher, how long have you been teaching? How long have you been working as a manager? Okay, those are relevant questions within an interview. So it was lovely meeting each and every one of you. I am so sorry. Someone sent me a message. Sorry.
I send message for everyone,
Oh, everybody.
everybody. It's our Russian football manager. He work in foreign club and speak without any translator. He learned English, and it's one of flash interview when he made mistake in pronunciation, and
Oh,
it was very funny. You need to watch it.
I will definitely watch it. But I have to say goodbye to each and every one of you. It was a lovely meeting you. I have another class in the next 5 minutes. So it was lovely meeting you. If it is morning, have an awesome day and an awesome week. And if it is evening, sleep well and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Lastly, do you have any questions for
Thank
me?
you.
No questions?
No, how to say
No.
thank you so much.
Perfect. Like I said, just lovely seeing and meeting each and every one of you. Bye, guys. And thank you for the video, Nikolai.
I will wait in class report
Oh,
your
you
opinion about this video.
I won't be able to send it in the class report. In the report thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. No, definitely I will. Enjoy. Bye, guys.
Bye
Sorry.
bye.
See you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.